Hey, what is up, dudes and dudettes? So after I scroll through a lot of comments, there's some people DMing number 2 on Twitter about MMTLP, which is this ticker. Which is the preferred share that is traded on OTC that supposedly is the dividend holder for metamaterials. More like for a metamaterials / Torchlight third-party company who's issuing those preferred stock. For those of you who watch our stream, you will know that on stream we try to, during that investor conference that George is presenting, we try to ask a lot of questions regarding MMTLP. Seems like the moderator doesn't like those questions, so they just bloody ignore that. But anyways, so in this video, because when I look at all of the comments, a lot of people are a little bit confused with my math, right? I mean, again, I'm a math guy. For those of you who it's just not a math person, then I will just basically give you a very, very simple, the simplest ever sort of spiel of what really is going on with the MMTLP. And you guys just want to know what's going to happen if you sell it, what's going to happen if you buy it, okay? So I'm just write it out loud. So first of all, if you sell right now, I don't care what this price is, 1.6, $2, $3, $4, $6, whatever. When you sell it, you basically forfeited your potential right to the torch dividend. Okay? So, well, actually, let's write it down, okay? So, because you guys like to. So first point, right? First point important is if you sell, you lost your right to the potential torch dividend. In this video, I'm not going to talk about how much this dividend is going to be worth, because within our own community, we have a lot of different ideas of whether it's worth $1, $2, $3, not even $1. Okay, so we're not gonna discuss that. If you want to see that, I will make a math video for you guys. And then after that math video, I will make a very simple spiel of why that is, okay? So first of all, you need to know that if you sell, you lost your right to the potential torch dividend, okay? And two, if you buy, you will gain the right to the potential torch dividend, okay? So one of the other questions that Dude Zero, which is one of our oldest and one of the most active Patreon members, is asking, so if I sell it at $2 and I buy it back at $1, do I still get the dividend? Yes, you still do, okay? So the third one is, if I sold earlier and bought it back, I will still be entitled to the potential torch dividend, okay? The reason why I also use the potential, because we have no idea. There's no announcement whatsoever, okay? I mean, again, as it is a preferred stock, they don't need to make any announcement, okay? They don't need to make any PR statement, because A, the stock is not issued by metamaterials directly. It's by a third-party company. That is, presumably, the board is composed of George and other old torch officers or, metamaterial CFOs and those kind of stuff, which I do think it is a very fantastic, great idea to make it trade on the open market. And I praise the MM who does this. I think eventually the MM is going to make the most money and whoever liquidated during the process. But this is what it is, okay? So right now, we basically told you guys 3 very basic points. Very simple. That's all you want to know, right? If you sell right now, you lost your right to the potential torch dividend. So if you buy right now, you will gain the rights to the potential torch dividend. And 3 is, if I sold earlier and bought it back, I will still be entitled to the potential torch dividend. As long as by the time when Torch decided to issue dividend, you still hold at least 1 share of MMTLP. So basically, when Torch announced DIVI payout, every 1 share of MMTLP will grant you one share of dividend payout. Okay, let's just say the dividend payout is going to be $1. One share is going to give you $1. If the dividend payout is $2, it will give you $2. Okay, does that make sense? So right now, right, what you have to decide is one of those three things. Okay, what you have to decide are actually. So one of those three things. A, what do you think the potential towards dividend will be? Okay, so right now MMTLP is traded in between, I don't know, 1.69 to like $3. I think the top is $3.2, right? So let's just say it will trade back to, I don't know, like $2.5, right? So you have to decide is whether torch dividend will be $2.5 per share. And if you think, now what I think, if you think torch divi will be at least $2.5. I mean, 2.5 is like a conservative estimate, right? Depending on what you think it's gonna be like, right. If you think torch divi will be at least $2.5, then hold or buy more, right? Or buy more, or otherwise, right? Otherwise, sell. Okay. This is one thing I have to think about. Is B. Is it worth it or a risk to park your money in MMTLP? Okay, this is one of the most confusing points in this video. Is gonna be like, because we have to touch on the daily volatility of how this is gonna go. So the daily volatility is, so this is basically we treat this as a $1 stock. The daily volatility of this $1 stock is in the range of, let's see, 0.2 plus 0.3. So basically, the daily volatility is literally 0.3 over 1. So that is 30%. So I have over 30% volatility. Okay, so we just say it's very volatile. Okay, it's very volatile. And if we know that something that is very volatile and less liquid than a common stock, that means it's very risky. Okay, so your job is to determine whether it is worth it for you to park your money in MMTLP, which is a preferred stock. And for those of you who are confused about why is it dangerous to park your money in preferred stock, go and watch our previous video on MMTLP. Okay, this is the second thing you have to figure out. Okay, so basically, if you are a risk person, if you are a very risk adverse person, maybe MMTLP is not worth the risk. Okay, I mean, we have data to support it, like, not really to support it. This is just, personally, I think it's a lot of risk, okay? But again, my projection for how much the dividend is gonna worth is already, the price I still have of my positions is already like 5x, maybe 10x the amount I think it would be. So I'm very complacent right now. But if you think the dividend is gonna be, again, over $2.5 and you think the risk is worth it, by all means hold it, okay? And C, you have to figure out is, how much do you think the spin-off, let's just say the potential spin-off is gonna worth, okay? If you think the potential spin-off will offer you a deal at 1 MMTLP to 1 common stock in the spin-off, and it's not or, okay, it's and you think the spin-off will worth more than $500 million by the beginning of 2022, then by all means, hold, okay? But if you don't think that statement will be true, if not, then probably good idea to liquidate. Okay, I've already laid out all the possibilities and situations for you guys here. Okay, for those of you who want to know more about preferred stock, just a small summary of what data show us that it will go. It will go something like this. Pew, 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 pew. And another way it could go is pew, 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 and then plateau, and then come down. Most likely it's like this. And then you have this, and then just go plateau like that. So, yeah. And in terms of how this, the technical analysis of this, well, it's simple. This is basically the average trade-off line, and you would expect to wiggle around $1.65. Well, technically, wait, what is this? Yeah, $1.65. That's the average wiggle line, and then because it's still like very, it actually will probably, the range will probably smaller. It will go like this. And then when it breaks out, it will go to 2.226, and it will have a long solid line. If it goes down, it will go to like 1.11. And then there's gonna be a big problem. All right, hopefully this video is great. I mean, again, for those of you who really want to like go and take a screenshot or just come back and listen to my logic or all of the logic. I mean, again, this is very factual. This is just the logic of it, okay? Very, very factual, very, very, not indifferent, objective. Okay, there's no, oh, I think this is gonna be this much. There's factual information. We take the average, and you think, if it's worth more than the average price, then you hold. If you don't think it's gonna be worth than the average price, then you sell. It's that simple. There's no, you're on my team, I'm on your team, MMAT to life. I mean, again, we're holding MMAT. And next video, I'm gonna talk about why is it worth it to hold more MMAT than actually hold MMTLP. All right, see you guys on the upside. If you like those kind of content, share the content with your friends, family, on Twitter, TikTok, whatever that suits your boat that you think it's going to help your friends to invest or help other people getting more educated on investment and other things. And also smash a like button because they help us a lot. And also if you haven't subbed, just go smash that sub button. See you guys on the upside.